Okay, Rockstar Seeds, here we go on pile number one. If you chose pile number one, we're going to start with a theme card, and the theme card will be sort of what we can focus on and meditate on and hold as we are working on our world, our love, and our life in the next days and weeks. And the one I chose out of the deck, of the Starseed deck, is Fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. And as I start the pile number one, the deck number one, it feels like that's the truth. Like there's a deep truth in this. Like there's really nothing to worry about. So you can expect to see some of your worries and your stresses and some of the past issues dissolve and dissipate over the next days. And that feels really strong. Like it's calm and peaceful. And so I think that those who chose pile number one can kind of just step into that energy and hold that peace of everything is going to be all right. And everything that I've been working on, everything that you've been laying foundations for over the years, everything that you truly wanted inside of your heart is going to come to fruition. And you'll start seeing some pieces come up of that, like steps, pieces, doors, openings, new opportunities. And the next card I've got for us is Cosmic Circles. Create space and embrace your unlimited possibilities, number 3. Cosmic circles. In that, I'm seeing as the universe shifts for us, all of us have some really beautiful, again, foundation steps that we're in the midst of. And it feels like in whoever chose pile number one, it feels like there's truly unlimited possibilities, endless possibilities. And I keep just getting this feeling of you should dream big, whatever that means. It doesn't have to be for anybody else. It doesn't have to be big for anybody else. It doesn't have to be in public. It's just dream big for you. And you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to be told by other people anymore what you like, what you don't like, what you're allowed to like. It feels like those pieces are some of the pieces that are dissipating and cleansing out of all of your circumstances. And it just feels like there's a lot of things going on that we can't see. So your guides and angels are helping with. It's just like the next step and pulling you back into divine order so that literally like your household, like your relationships are really being seen for what they are. If you've been kind of over worried, like tortured by any subject, like why can't I get my career going, or how am I going to get a new car, or like why is everyone going against me? It feels like those circles are completing those old stresses and worries are in completion mode still, like more and more and more. And the new circles of like synchronicity, finding things happening in easier. And maybe your true love will walk up to you and say, hey, by the way, I've really, I've had a thing for you for a long time and I didn't know how to tell you. And would you like to go have, go on a date? You want to go for a walk? And it just feels like there's these cosmic circles that are connecting all through the universe just for you, like only for you. And it's perfect divine order. So whatever is nearest and dearest, closest to your heart, some of those pieces are in the background where what we don't know, what we can't see is really, there's a lot going on. And it's good. God is good. The universe has always been on your side. God has always been on your side. Even if we have had pieces in the past where it feels like you didn't make the right choice or so-and-so messed this up for you, it feels like those pieces are again, being dissipated, and these next pieces of your foundation, it's almost like the structure of your life and love is being rebuilt. So you get it's almost like a new home, new house. I love it. The next card is Joy of Life. And for those of you in number one, pile number one, it's a number 8 card, Joy of Life, and it says trust, open your hands, share, and let go. Some of you, it'll be time to tell your story. So on this card, there's a phoenix and there's sparkling good things. It's almost like the 2 of Cups is what this looks like. And it feels like there's a connection and another connection and another connection for those of you in this pile. And if you're thinking to yourself, like, I don't know how to rise from the ashes. I don't know what makes me happy anymore. I don't know who my soul friends, soul family, soul tribe is. I don't know. It feels like this energy, this frequency of joy will meet you halfway, and the divine is going to help you connect and remember who you are and remember how to step forward and, like grab the hands of others that help share your kindred dreams. And in this, you get to laugh. I'm seeing a lot of laughter. I'm also seeing marriages. So if there's anyone in this pile that wants to get married or is just newly married, congratulations, because it feels like that's part of this love in life of your starseed self, of the 5D unfolding into our physical reality for the very first time in tens and hundreds of thousands of years. It feels like it's a very joyous occasion, and that joyous occasion is going to last for, years. So take a deep breath and step forward and live a little and say yes. If you feel the urge to say yes, just know that divine connection is really supporting you right now. And you'll know, yes or no, what the truly destined path is for you. And for your friends, family, and loved ones. I mean, you don't have to tell them their destined paths. That's inappropriate. Stay in your own lane. But all the other people's hands, ideas, just pushing aggression is pulling out, and you get to go on a new adventure. And many of you, lots of you in this number one pile are really going to go with a partner. So there's love, and there's maybe collaboration at work for some of you. I'm seeing 3 different people together. 3. The next card I have is prayers. And what I'm getting really strongly on this, the prayers, the truth that you've been holding inside it has really been heard by the universe, by God, by source, by creator. And even though sometimes it doesn't unfold in my way or your way that we want, it's better. And please expect to hear, feel, know answers inside from the divine, answering your prayers or guiding you just a little bit more, opening your eyes just a little bit more. And again, I'm also feeling that connection with others. So it could be like divine counterparts or soulmates or soul friends and family coming together like, okay, I'm supposed to do this, and let me step forward and do this next step and build this next part of my foundation and build the next step. And it feels like that these prayers that you're holding are powerful right now. So if there's anything you really want, hold them in your heart and talk to the divine, talk to the universe, talk to the pure divine light, and see what unfolds, because your prayers are being heard very strongly. And again, there's nothing to worry about. Sweet, comfortable energy where the universe is holding you. It's almost like it goes back to before we knew how scary the world could be, or how, sometimes when we were kids, there were some moments like where nothing mattered except that moment. And we forgot how to do that. We forgot who we were. And it looks like to me that in this pile number 1, not only you will remember you, but the others around you. And again, soulmates, twin flames, people at work will really remember to respect and honor and have dignity towards you as this energy rises up in your life and everyday life. Next card I got was, this is funny, Saturn. Focus, structure, discipline, and order is some of the energy of the Saturn energy. And it feels like to me that's, again, we're talking about foundations and unions and relationships and foundations in work. And I'm seeing some people travel a little bit, and just, it's almost like connect the dots to your bigger dreams and bigger foundations of your home, life, family, what you want your everyday life to be like. And it feels like it's really successful. It feels like it's fruitful. Because rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. That's our theme of the day. Then I've got a little bit of discipline, and it feels like that you're really hard on yourselves, some of you. Like really hard. Like you did take on the guilt. Like other people tried to heap upon you their karma. They're on purpose. And guilt and shame. And if others are pointing, persecuting, throwing shame at you throughout your life, that resonates sometimes in us. And that's being cleared up because that wasn't yours. It never was. So if others are doing things or have done things in the dark, behind your back, lying, cheating, stealing, scamming, slamming, strategizing against you, those pieces are undone. And there's a discipline in you that says, no, thank you. I am me. I am that I am. I'm free. And I'm feeling that really strongly. Like that's in order. And it's serious too. It's not hilarious. It's serious stuff. So I'm really excited. Congratulations on that. Your foundations that you've been building for all of your life, maybe many lifetimes, are very important, precious, and real. The next card I'm getting is moon healing, snow moon, renewal. Embrace the new light. So as we build the new earth together, we can't quite get there yet because we all still have some distortion, some heaviness, some shadows, and the world is still functioning and, juggling and lots of distortion. But I'm seeing you just go, I'm not falling for the old tricks. I am embracing the newness of everything, and you are focusing, even when you can't at first see it, you're focusing on the light or the having gratitude in each situation that you go, cool. All right. I was surrounded by crazy narcissists, but you know what? Here's what I did learn. I learned to stand up and ignore and then unplug any of their energies that they were trying to impose, project, force me to believe about myself. And I'm going to embrace the weirdness of this world. Just be your true selves. Like the kind of music you like the color of shoes you like the schedules in your life that you like, not what everyone else thinks you should have, but you. And in that, your truth will continue to open up, and your heart, I call it the cosmic heart, will open up more and more. And that streaming light that's coming in from the sun, from the universe, from the rest of the universe, holding us up in our journeys, will be met by your particular, unique, beautiful frequencies and uniqueness. And so I ask you to embrace that light. And it's almost like out of nowhere, you notice like, oh, I am the light. I am in connection with God source, no matter what anyone's scared of, no matter what anyone says about your way of life or your direction or your belief systems or anything about you. You're no longer oppressed, and those new beginnings, like open doors, open doors, open doors. And I'm seeing a visual of, some of you just standing there and some of the doors are just slamming behind you. Like, so if people are mad or, don't believe in you, good, we're getting rid of them. And I'm seeing right in front of you are a little bit of steps, like step up here and step up on the porch here, and open doors, open doors, open doors that are not past, but they are meeting you halfway and holding you up so you can really build these next pieces of your life and career. And I am seeing some of the people in this deck choose different career paths. Like all of a sudden you go, I don't want to do that anymore. And the next steps will unfold like, yes, I've always wanted to be a tour guide and walk with people and share in gratitude with the divine, with people. And you've been an accountant, or you've been a CEO, or you've been a stay-at-home mom in the past. And so I'm seeing that be an option now, where in the past it was not. Like seemed like, way too far out of reach. And the next card I'm getting is, yes, new beginnings. Of course it is. Oh, that is so gorgeous. You should see this beautiful sunset, sunrise. And there's a crack in the clouds, crack in the dark shadows, and the light beaming through. And that's your light. You are streaming through and coming into wholeness, balance, home in this daily life experience. And it's so beautiful. You are so beautiful. You are the one. And again, I'm seeing these open doors and these beams of light streaming around all of you. And even if we can't see it in our daily lives yet, you can feel it and just know and listen to your intuition and your dreams. And just if you have intuitions just out of nowhere, just go, I think so. The next card I'm getting is Priestess. So that's the Work Your Light card. How are you being called to step up and lead? This is beautiful, and it goes along with the theme of the day of your new beginnings and open doors and new steps in your relationships, new relationships, and new aspects and perspectives of your home, your life, everyday life. So there's that energy that's divine feminine energy that's not as distorted, not pulling you back, not having to be alone, not having to be hidden, not having to be silenced anymore. And it's almost like that rising from the ashes, that phoenix energy in this card too. And it feels like your ideas and ancient truth, ancient wisdom that you've always felt inside is truly leading you on the way. This is also in your relationships. What I'm saying is some of you in this group 1, will feel that divine feminine cleansing, and you can stand up and really be loved for who and what you are. And no more of those excuses and heartbreaks of the past can even touch you. You're not thinking about that, and they're not thinking about you. But there's people that do recognize your truth, your soul, your light. And it is gorgeous, and it's strong, and it's a force to be reckoned with if anyone wants to come against you. And it just feels like just by being you don't have to fight. You don't have to outthink anyone. You don't have to one up anybody. You don't have to win anything. You already won. You are the winner. You are the one. And I see that others are recognizing this in you instead of hawing around and working on themselves or not working on themselves. It feels like some of you were surrounded by jerks in the past, and you're just like, God, is this all there is? No, it's not. This gets way better. And I'm seeing you rise from that depths of the past and are absolutely forerunners, leaders, definite leaders in building this new era in a different way, in harmony, unity, consciousness. And I'm really proud of you. This is so exciting. It feels like, again, relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships, you're going to go, oh, I see myself and others in a new light. And I'm very excited about this for you. Then we got the last card that we've got for us is the number 11, Awakening Code. It's mirror synchronicity is what this card says. And I find this gorgeous as well because, again, we were talking about possible divine counterparts, and it's really in your new coding. So you've been stripping the genetic and the generational patterning of the past, stripping these old codes. It's been horrible. And now it's like, oh my gosh, my home natural state of being is so gorgeous and so home safe, so together, so secure, and everything that I ever wanted is right here. And I will continue to write the scripts to my new life experience. And others will also, like other people, will meet you halfway. Your guides are going to meet you halfway and show you that truth as well. That is the best thing ever. I'm so happy for you. 1111, sometimes is twin flame. And now it's the real twin flame stuff that was so distorted before, so gunky in the past. And it feels like to me that there are many answers to this that have been removed. So anything that was blocking your highest good, your goodness, is gone. And that's a big theme today, is brand new, clean source energy. And you can see through eyes of just pristine light. So I'm very proud of all of you and excited for all of you. And I'm just asking if there's anything else. They're saying there's a lot of freedom in these next days for you. And know you deserve it, like you're worthy. And this is brand new beginnings. And rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Really good job. Thank you all. Thank you all, group number 1. It has been my honor to work with you. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I just send many blessings and love to you. Welcome, group 2. Are you ready? You ready to walk home? So the first card we have is a theme card. We're going to do a Starseeds theme card. And the first card is Channel. That feels really good because it feels like that means you are going to be in the flow. And the channel card says, you are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. And that's the truth. We are at a place where you can break through and be your true self even further than you ever thought before. And many of you are healers. Many of you are going to carry a light throughout the world, throughout your everyday life, when you're at home, when you're asleep, when you're at work, when you're getting groceries, when you're talking on the phone, and you're going to bring that channel of love and healing in different ways to other people's lives and experiences. So thank you for being you and being the channel, being the catalyst for a lot of healing for this world. Like, this is a big breakthrough. It's positive. It's really healthy and positive. The pain and heartbreaks that the darker energies tried to suck us down into one last big time so we could never move forward is gone and dissipating and dissipating. And you reach out in your light and help the world heal. The next card I've got for you is Ships of Light. I love this Rock Star Seeds Group 2. It really feels big, the Ships of Light card, because it's almost like hearing the divine, touching the divine at all times. And the Ships of Light card says, it's number 11, and it says, beam up your vibration, open to your star family. Some people like this concept, so some people don't, and that's okay. We are talking about beaming up and almost like ET phoning home to the higher frequencies, the heavenly realms and above, where it's purely divine. No agendas, no sideways things, no false light, just pure. And it feels like your connections are going to be just on point. Your third eye's opening, your throat chakra's opening. I'm feeling a lot of you in group 2 that your throat chakra is going to be cleansed and cleared, because we've had a lot of chains and blocks in our throat chakras because that darker energy doesn't want us to awaken and ascend. And it was so rude, and it made us scared, and it made us self-conscious, and it made us tired. And so we didn't speak. So we didn't speak our truth. But I think many of you are going to speak your truth and tell your story even. And it's powerful and strong and helps us step out and helps you bring healing and to others. And it helps you stay stable in your connections with the divine. So it's really exciting. I love this for you. And the next card I've got for you, group 2, is Arise. And on this card, I love that. Look at the dolphins and the third eye chakra being quite open. And that dolphin energy is that Lemurian energy, that pure harmony, peace, fun, laughter, and that knowing just shoots right through your energies. That arising shoots right through all of the stagnation and the things that we've been stuck in all throughout humanity. And it brings a level of consciousness that we've never had. And really it brings happiness along with it, and clarity and everything. You don't have to worry why someone did that, or we don't have to figure out why dark souls hurt people, or we don't have to figure out why our children do not listen and make it much harder for themselves, or why those people over there try to ruin your business and say horrible things about you. And we're being really sneaky, because the truth is, you already know inside. It's because you're the light and you're arising, and the streaming light comes out of you and really affects wherever state of being we're in, always affects others. And this rising into more purity, more integration of everything really affects the world and affects your surroundings. And maybe setting your finances free so that you can have richness and abundance in your life in every way where it was stuck for a while. And many, many, many other aspects of life and the world. Maybe even the trees around you seem to be prettier and the colors brighter. When you arise, this is what's happening all around. Know and flow as the love you are, bliss. Your knowing is going to be awakened. And I think most of you, all of your spiritual gifts are going to be amped up one more level. It's almost like if we put a couple more lamps in the living room and we turn them all on and open the windows for the sunshine. Yep, pretty bright. I think so. In the flow, feels good. The next card I've got for us is Action. That's your Divine Destiny cards, Action. And it feels like there's nothing that can hold you back now. There's no need to be fearful. And that dissipates, kind of like the ebb and flow of the tides. Come in and out, and you can take action. You can really allow your truth to be seen, allow your real authentic self, and not be in the group, not be following along with whatever so-and-so says. We're going to notice that all of the leaders around in our groups have been not telling the truth and not really very clear anyway. Not all of the leaders, some of the leaders. And some have learned and grown, and they're going to be even better leaders. And some you surpass, and you get to walk past and go, oh, I see different perspectives. I understand in different ways. And I'm going to go buy a car that I need. I'm going to go call that person that is important to me because I forgot to tell them that they're important to me, and thank you. And in that action in your life, I feel like gratitude. Like, I'm really thankful, even for the bad days, because I feel happy and healthy and whole. Next card I have for you is Aries, fight for justice. So if you've seen wrongdoings, if you know about things that have happened that were wrong and you didn't say anything, if you didn't help somebody when they needed help, if you judged them, you might see a different perspective. And that Aries energy is very strong. It's kind and loyal and powerful, and it's very cleanly honest. And that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing this fight for justice, not in brutal, ugly, loud ways, but saying, it's almost like saying, no, you do not listen to what I'm saying, and step back. And in that, you find balance and sometimes new connections, new ways of doing things. Remember before we all had phones? Some people might remember, and GPS and all those things that we take for granted. You might remember that when we got all the phones, and then they were in our pockets all the time, and they have better cameras than we've ever had before now. And this process and progress, that's what you're getting ready to go through again and realize, wow, I am who I am, and I'm supposed to be here, and you're going to do it the right way, only honest, balanced, clear ways. And it parts the Red Seas for us all so that we can become free, and your freedom is imminent. The next layers are your freedom. The next card is Moon Healing, Buck Moon. Look into the root cause. Nice. Feels like that there's an awakening of your true spiritual nature, that Christ within is coming into us, you, in bigger ways than ever before. It's like that Christed energy, that Christed truth. And if you can look at the root cause, even though it's ugly and painful sometimes, and we're going to kind of notice and find out some things have been happening, maybe for our whole lives, maybe for a week, maybe just with that circumstance. But some of us are going to find that we have been like hijacked and treated in really bad ways, and underhanded things were going on around us. Or it could be less creepy than that. But we're going to find the truth in things as we look to the root cause of why we didn't get further on this part of our path, why we didn't understand why this was happening, why we didn't understand why over and over and over only people that lied and cheated and had malice for you or me or us were the ones talking. And again, those are just specks of the spectrum of the root causes of some of our sufferings, which has come down the lines, group 2, of our generational patterning, and also come down the royal bloodlines of our divinity. So those things are coming up to be cleansed and cleared still, and that will continue. And I'm seeing you really just feel your Christed energy. If you don't like that word, Christ, it's pure, divine, higher, heaven on earth energy. We're anything that no longer serves the highest good, or anything we've been stuck in, our minds, our bodies, our spirits, our souls, anything we've been stuck in, will be coming out of, and we'll say, I don't want that root cause in there anymore. And we'll just do our healing work and disconnect from the way things were and reconnect in better ways. The next card I've got for us is music. So there's this energy of music, which is all tones, vibrations, frequencies, color, sound, and music can tend to bring our emotions, our moods up or down. And I see you listening to the music or hearing music out of nowhere, like when you go in the store and they have music on in the background that catches you, and you'll find the patterns and the new patterns and the directions and the guidance in the music. You might look at your persons, your family, your friends, your loved ones in different ways and feel the music that they emit from who they are. Their soul song will talk to you, and you'll recognize that more and more. And moreover, you'll recognize your own soul song more and more, and so will others. It's a beautiful thing. Group 2, you'll be having some messages in the music for sure. The next card I've got for us in Group 2 is Council of Light. This goes back to the perspective of ships of light and connecting and arising and fighting for justice, and all the cards that you've had in this whole deck, including the channeling, which will be the theme. And that just means in the flow. You don't have to be a channeler. You don't have to channel anything, words out in the atmosphere. You just are a channel for the pure divine flow of Christ, of pure light, whichever words you use. And this council of light, to me, it feels like Group 2 that many of you are having a new council. So there's this new earth energy in the higher frequencies that we've ever known since the beginning, since the very beginning, tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of years, possibly. So we go back to the divine orchestration of your true divine plan and blueprints. And that's where our council of light belongs and who we are. You'll start hearing that truth, that overwhelming highest frequency truth more than ever. So the council of light card says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Well, that just tells me that the knowing inside, instead of everyone going, oh, you didn't make the right choice, so you deserve it, you had to learn. That's kind of askew anyway, because people need to stay in their own lanes and out of your energy, even when you're involved at work or family, friends. They need to stay out of your energy field. They can ask you, talk to you, tell you things, give you constructive criticism even. But when they go in and try to control and the imbalances of taking authority, that's where we get yanked around and ruinous energy evolves, distortion. But get this, your divine counsel can help you connect to that purity, clarity, and keep your purification flow going and bring you nudges when you need it to be able to stay stable, grounded, balanced, and whole in your right place and in balance to your truth, your world, your heaven on earth, which is what Group 2, I think you're working on. So the next card I've got is number 26, Planet Era. Journey home, shift your vibe. So our planet, Gaia, Earth, is shifting and has shift, will shift, and everything on it. It's almost like if we are, how about this, having a baby, and the baby comes out, and the baby is not pristine, clean, and has like a tie on, or has pierced ears and their color that they like yet. It's bloody and icky and sticky and joyous at the same time. And that's that phase that we're in. We're over and over. We're in this kind of rebirth phase. So your journey home helps you shift the vibe. And imagine if you're a newborn, well, we don't know what other people are saying. We don't know how to pronounce words. We can't get into the cabinet and get a snack. We can't get in the car and get away from everybody and drive down the street whenever we feel like it. It's a new experience. So our journey home is almost like the beginning of a life where we can help each other and support and embrace this new opportunity to build the home, truth, lives that we really want to be in. So I love this. Your reading is gorgeous and beautiful. It feels like really a lot of connection and flow. And I think in Group 2, I've been feeling as several of you a reunion with family, possibly understanding where maybe in the past it was really hard to understand. So shifting and families and maybe even jobs and situations, circumstances, like, I don't know, even in your neighborhood, let's just say, for instance, if you didn't care for your neighbor and they were always mean to you, they didn't wave at you anymore, they were mean, and people started talking behind your back and they don't like your shirt and everyone tells you you're too overweight and what's wrong with you, and they don't know what it's been like for you. So you were just like, what? I just kind of liked you and wanted to wave at you and really be happy for all that you're good in your life. And those kind of things will shift now, and you can wave and just go, and there will be no need for some of those lower energies that have kept us stuck or in doubt in the past. So those energies are clearing, and you'll go, hey, I'm starting to recognize the light, the good, the goodness in others more. And it makes a happier circumstance. The neighborhood's really nice. Now it's time for us to go over and say hello when they're outside and say, hey, I'm glad you're my neighbor. And there's a warm, peaceful, serene, non-intrusive energy now that's going to be helping you build better daily life experiences. So congratulations. This is really good. I'm very proud of Group 2, and I'm excited for you to see what you will be experiencing that's different. It's less isolation. It's more connection. It's appreciation, gratitude. This sunshine is freeing and joyous and great. So congratulations. Thank you, Group 2. Many hugs and blessings, and have a great week in your journey home. And I will talk to you soon. Hello, Group 3. Are you ready? Welcome home. We're going to start with the first card, which will be kind of the theme card. And that's being pulled from the Star Seeds deck for Group 3, Pile 3. And what I'm getting first is patience. That is not the one we want the most. But I've got patience card first, and it says, be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Patience. The first message I'm getting for you, Group 3, is that you will walk through whatever this is and into your destiny in a new way that you have never seen before. So even though patience is not really how we want to start things, it feels like that is extremely strong. I really like that. Patience. Your destiny is unfolding. It's a whole lot that we possibly can't see in this group, things going on underneath the surface, and I'm seeing different mindsets, like people's mindsets and perspectives shift and change a little bit. So if they were negative before, or if circumstances were not pleasant in the past, it feels like that some perspectives are going to change and the truth will be seen. And I'm seeing a lot of truth and a lot of streaming light energy in the circumstances around you, even if you can't feel it yet. I really like that. The next card we have for you is dolphins. So it's a really beautiful time for your crystalline bodies to be sort of aligning and really coming into fruition in you, coming back to your wholeness. And this card says, play. It's okay to relax and to smile again and to share your flow. So little laughter, little fun. You know, if you have friends that say, hey, do you want to go have lunch or go play or go for a walk or talk a little bit, you might want to say yes. I am seeing some relationships come back together, maybe even some apologies from some people. Perhaps, you know, someone coming back saying, I'm sorry that I caused so much trouble in your, I don't know, family or your job or your life experience by my selfishness. And it feels like some of the things that were, this is kind of intense, really. So it feels like some of the things that were done underhandedly, you know, when you weren't respected or you weren't feeling like you belonged, some of those things were removed, and it feels like you'll see the truth, and other people will too. So if you've been waiting for the truth to be seen about something and just kind of healing and step by step, process by process, working through your shadow work, which can be really uncomfortable and unpleasant and painful sometimes, it feels like it's like a super breakthrough, and you're just moving right into the exact place that you need to be in every way. You're going to work through this. You're going to go straight through this. It's time to laugh. It's time to play. It's time to have a little romance. I am seeing some romantic relationships come back together, or people meeting new people that are your soul mates, soul family, soul tribe, divine counterparts in this. So that feels really good. Say yes if if you have a group or someone wants to possibly talk a little bit or do something with you. Maybe think about it. Say yes. The next card I'm getting for you is synchronicity. And this card looks like the divine magicians all over the place, like all about creation, manifestation with the divine. And I'm seeing that synchronicity card, meaning a lot of divine timing and signs and sort of nudged directions and guidance from the universe just for you. And it just feels safe and comfortable in a lot of ways. Like you might not speak. I'm seeing group 3 maybe just be a little bit quiet about plans or goals or thoughts, and just moving smoothly straight through. The synchronicity card says opportunities in divine timing, open to change, divine outcomes. Number 6. And we're in June, so it's the 6th month, and that 6/6 energy is home, beauty. Sometimes it's like true soul connection in the number 6 in numerology. And I'm seeing that divine timing come around and everything's in balance. I love that synchronicity card for you. It almost feels like a few of you might be able to hear, like telepathically hear inside when some of your soul tribe, soul family is thinking about you, talking to you. And that'll be really nice. It's almost like being very mellow about communication. And somebody loves you. Somebody's love you. Truly love you. Not for any agendas or gain on their part. It's just you. Somebody sees who you are. So I'm feeling that really strongly. The next card I'm getting is caretaker. Caretaker. You know what I feel like that means? It feels like to me that this one is very much, it just feels like it's what you have given out to the world, kindness, compassion, love, support, what you've given, it kind of feels like that's balancing out as well. And you will receive some opportunities or maybe things that will be very surprising that is really good for you. Perhaps others might say, hey, I recognize you. I like you. I love you. And I see you. And, maybe a couple of you, someone will say, here, I know I cost you a lot of money in the past, so here's $300,000. I think if anyone has that happen, I would really like to hear that one in the comments. But it feels like that the balancing will just feel like you have safe, security, stability, comfort, love, and everything's right. Everything's right. Right in order. The next one I'm seeing for you, group 3, is Eris. Eris, Eris. Rebellion, war, anger, revenge, female warrior goddess. So it feels like in this balancing, caretaking energy, some of the opposite that's happened in the past to all of history, the imbalances of vengeance and rages and anger in us and in others, feels like it's balancing out. Some of that was not yours. And you might hear, see, feel that the universe, that the light of God is balancing some things out for you. And again, someone might call you and say, I'm sorry, I stole a lot from you and I treated you very badly. And here is $300,000. And I don't know how it will happen, but it feels like that what has been, the biblical expressions say that no weapons formed against you will prosper. Feels like whatever prospered in the past and just felt awful, feels like that's going to be rectified, fixed, healed. Okay, group 3 on this Eris card, the astrology planets, it feels like on that it says rebellion, war, anger, revenge, female warrior, goddess. It feels like those pieces of the divine feminine that were so distorted in all of us are coming up. And so if you're feeling, angry, upset, just know that that will also be dealt with in an energetic way. And you can kind of be more free now as you move forward, and it'll be, a little bit more fulfilling to have laughter and fun in the mix. And it feels like that Eris, you'll see the others that have treated you badly kind of be just released or cleansed or cleared, or things will be fixed in some way. But also those energies that are really heavy in us, feels like that will very much be balanced out. So it's not anger anymore. It turns into a little bit like ease, strength, wisdom, maturity. So the next card we've got is Azulfafaj, Tail of the Swan. And so many of you, knowing that the swan could be a sign of the twin soul flame counterpart journey inside of ourselves and in the world with a partner. It feels like your actions are manifesting, is what the card says, and law of attraction, bringing to fruition your desires, your heart's desires. And that's because you've worked through some of the really deepest layers of pain. And so I feel like love and abundance and it's like refreshed newness for you, like clean slate in a lot of ways. And it feels like dreams coming true that always seem to just never be fulfilled in the past are coming true now. And you're going to watch some of the most amazing things come forward in your life that we thought were maybe for just other people, like other people got their wishes and not you. It feels like the tables have turned on that. And it feels like that you can now more completely and wholly step forward and be who you are. There's a feeling of purpose in this, like you'll start recognizing more purpose in everything around you, like everything for you. And it feels very precious and valuable and yet strong at the same time. Whatever it is, whatever your steps forward are leading you to, it is really beautiful. And it feels like clean and abundant and loving. So again, this group 3 has a lot of connections, old and new, to come forward in really strong, stabilized ways. Something about shoes. Did someone get new shoes? Whoever got new shoes or is needing to go get, a new pair of shoes. It feels like in particular, you get to have just a new adventure that's very surprising in your life. I love this. That's awesome. And the next card I'm getting for you is protection. It feels like that you're absolutely, completely, divinely protected, and the universe hears you. And I feel like that group 3 is going to have some of the first more aware, conscious peaks, visions of new earth, how it can be cohesive. It's in part of your mission and your purpose. And it feels like there's a lot of, it's again, strength. So I don't feel like you need protection, like you should be afraid of something. And it really feels like that fear dissipates and you're almost the protector or the caretaker of others, just very calmly and strongly. And I feel like you get to see some of those pieces of the new earth. Like you get to have some advanced knowledge of the new earth or the new era energy as it unfolds in the divine order and divine balance that we have always wanted and needed, but we just don't know what it looks like. So I think there's a few things that are going to surprise you in that, where you can see how things worked out way better than you could have imagined. Like way better. And when other people are laughing and saying you should have known this or you should have done this or that, feels like that you get to see through everyone else's projections, and you get to see the beauty, like the come into your sweet space, very advanced, better than everyone else, and they just won't even know it, but you will, and you lead the path for everybody to freedom and happiness and joy. It's all going to turn out better than you think. A lot better than you think. It's very nice, but you're very protected and very loved. And it feels like some of you will just start seeing like the colors in the trees and the signs around you and everything just a little bit more enhanced. It's almost like it's the color, everything will be like beautifully visual colors. I don't know how to say that better. It's just kind of beyond words. You'll see the heaven on earth before everybody else. The next card I've got for you is Pillar of Light. Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. There goes that deep knowing and that vision inside where you know how it's supposed to be. The 5D and above, that Christed energy will be just showing you things as you go along in everyday life. And you will know that you know how it's going to turn out, how it's going to be tomorrow. And now inside of your heart, it's like you'll just be knowing. And I think that, again, there's that theme. It's slower than we want, but it feels like that you get to be the caretaker and almost like the hero of the story, even though you don't want any accolades or you don't need anything. But people see you and you see the right people as the strong, honorable beings that they are. So you chose the right way. You always did. And I think you get to be that pillar of light, that caretaker for others. And that just flows through the energies of the world and makes a difference, helps everyone else stand up in their purposes and missions and choosing the right direction in better ways. So I think it's very beautiful. The next card we have is Avian Starseed, number 10. So people know about the blue avians sometimes, and it feels like that it's very strong guidance and connection. And remember, God is love in the universe, and I think you have extra special angelic and guide teams for this phase of the awakening and ascension. I think some of you are going to actually have new guides, because the old guides were not like they're all gone or bad. Not at all. It's just almost like no one else but you can do things this way. You are so advanced and other people misunderstand you sometimes. However, you've got extra guidance and it'll just help you feel like you're at home no matter what's going on. And you might get some channeled messages inside of your heart space that like you might just get some guidance that you're just like, where did that come from? And it'll make all the difference. So I think that's very glorious and beautiful. The Avian Starseed, the card says, light codes, 12th dimension, new perspective. And I really do see others perceiving you differently. And I think there's others that you will see in different perspectives as well. You know, the ups and downs, lefts and rights and wrongs. And you're connected as you are supposed to be. And you hold that key. You're a key holder, way shower, leader to bringing better days and doing things the right way in order. Seeing a lot of money for some of you and true love or family things being balanced out, like answers coming. There's a couple of you I think might move. Like just say, well, why can't I move to this other place? I'm just going to. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what's waiting for me there, but I'm going. So if you have those inspirations and nudges, just know you might be on the right track, and inside you'll be able to discern very easily whether you're on the right track or not. Thank you all for being you. Welcome home. You've done a beautiful job. And so group 3, I just celebrate you and thank you. I shall see you soon.